Alright, hello everyone, Shana here on my first stream that will be a live tutorial. I hope that everyone can see me and I'm not muted too much. Thank you all for coming. We will be doing some Marvelous Designer to Blender stuff today. Alright, so for this tutorial I will assume that everyone has done some Marvelous Designer before. They made their perfect pattern. They have this thing. I will use a model of this dress for FGO character that I made some time ago. I did this one before. Someone might have seen this in-game. But at some point we have something that looks relatively okay in Marvelous, and if we turn on wireframe, doesn't look that hot. I don't think we can put it in game. I don't think we can sculpt on this too well because of all these triangles, and the shading is kinda shit on this. Sorry, kind of bad. So we want to put this in Blender and make it into something that is perfectly full quads and can be sculpted on nicely and get later some low poly in the game. We will start from, yes, kind of a deck. We will start by exporting stuff from Marvelous Designer. One thing that it's nice to do here, that we can do also in Blender later, is to have some UVs, because the method we will be using heavily depends on us having UVs. Basically, we will draw quads on all this 2D pattern that it's nice and easy because it's flat, and then we will transfer this to basically this nice 3D model. So if we have some stuff that is overlapping because we were sloppy there during our MD work, sometimes something like this happens, we can fix this in Blender, but it's usually nice to click reset UV to the arrangement, and this way we will get something that is at least non-overlapping, then fit this here, so we have UVs here. One thing about exporting is that if you have stuff that is layered, like this was made with something underneath, right? We probably won't need this during the further work. And if we try to do stuff like welding, it might weld the outside to the inside and make a mess. So I will just look at parts that are not needed and just get rid of them. Let's see, this is one layer, this should be all. Yeah. We can delete this. Of course, please back up your file before, in case you need to simulate this again or something like that. We only need the parts that will be actually visible on the outside, as always with making clothing for 3D. So when it comes to exporting, I prefer exporting in OBJ because it gives you more options than FBX. So I will create a folder, MD export. Let's call this dress MD. Okay. So we won't need avatars, we only need patterns, the patterns that are selected. The important thing is it has to be exported thin, so no equivalent of solidify in Blender, and unweld. Because if it's welded, you really can't do this process. You would have to unweld it in Blender, which is doable, but we can do it here, so it's okay. And please check unified UV coordinates, because otherwise the UVs from Marvelous Designer will get reset and we will have like a giant mess. The scale is in meters because it's Blender in my application. The rest stays the same. The thing will get exported in a while. Now we go to Blender, delete default cube. Because, well, it's a default cube. We import the OBJ from the tutorial. MD file, MD export this with default settings. Okay, we have this. Wonderful. So now there are two ways to go about it. One using Blender add-on called Text Tools that I will link in a second. Then we just have to do create UV mesh. What this will do is it will flatten our thing basically to a 2D pattern and give us a shape key that plum, plum, gets it back to the initial 3D thing. If we don't have the textures add-on, which I really recommend, and I will link afterwards, we can do kind of the same thing if we, in Marvelous Designer, click Reset to the Arrangement and export this again with the same settings. There's MD flat, unweld, thin, unified UV coordinates. This will work with each mesh that is made like an MD mesh, which means that wait, I need the real one. It needs to be in parts because basically what this does, it grabs every UV island and makes a shape key between the UV island, the flat one, and this part. So if it's something that is in one part, then let's say we create a sphere. Sphere has some UVs, right? But it's certainly you can't flatten a sphere to a pattern. If we do create UV mesh, thank you for the thank you for the follow. 1 second, because I need to see my activities. Yes, I'm a very professional. I'm a very professional streamer. Thank you, Murphy, for the follow. Okay. What it will do, it will, in this case, somewhat it worked, but the sphere that you got unwelded. So there should be double vertex somewhere. Let me since from islands. Let's hope this works. It doesn't work. I would have to find an example. Hey, yes, hey Shrek. I would have to find an example where it's okay. You know what? Very quick. I will export this welded. In weld. Unless the add-on became better and unwelds it automatically, it seems it does. Because if we it even unwelds this, so it seems that it kind of works even better this way, because now it's yeah, okay. I don't think it's that important for this point, because it's just that if the amount of vertices between this and the flat shape is not the same, the thing can't be made into a shape key. That's the important part. But what I wanted to show is how to do this without an add-on. We have already exported the original version, the address and the obj, and the flat. Yeah, this is the flat one. If we have this type of situation without an add-on, we can just select one, then another, then go to the shape keys, join as shapes, and what we get this time on this is the same effect basically. This is what is going on here. But this is good to show an example where it can sometimes not flatten. No, it's not, because this is never welded because of how it was made. Yeah, no, never mind. Anyway, either by using the create UV mesh or by the join as shapes, we create this thing that we won't need this anymore. We create this thing that has a shape key from flat to our garment. And now, I won't do a full process now, but the idea is that we create a plane. We create a plane. Then one good thing in newer Blender like 3.6 or 4.0 is this Retopology shading. It's like a very nice thing because you can see the stuff underneath. But basically the idea is I will turn on snapping on faces, on vertices for now. Let me snap this real quick. The idea is if we draw these quads on this flat surface, this won't be real retopology, but let's say something like this. And now, if we add a modifier, a surface deform modifier, and put this as a target, if we use this shape key, the plane, this thing that we made, will follow the shape. So if we unflatten this, the plane will unflatten also and stick to our surface. So the idea is basically to do this on the garment, the flat version. Then using surface deform modifier, it automatically moves and snaps to the garment. There are a few things that we'll need to do, but that's the general idea. And one good thing about this is that if we go back, this is flat, right? So, and this is UVs from MD. This in UV, the mesh is shaped now like the UVs. So if we go to UV editing and now just do the where is it? The planar projection. The planar projection. The UVs will be flat and in the shape of the pattern. Like no stretching and stuff the texture that we put afterwards on this will follow the fabric that was in MD without stretching or with stretching, depending on how the cloth was made. All right, so that is the general idea, but now we need to do this, right? So I will unbind this for now. I will turn on wireframe on this. Okay, this might kill the stream's quality, but I will do a little bit of preparation work before this. We can edit this shape key because we see that some stuff is symmetrical, so we don't want to do some things twice. So we can just edit this and put some stuff in the middle. What is good for this is snap to increment, absolute grid snap. So we can move this, so this will be kinda sorta active. Okay. This, oh come on, don't do this to me. Increment, move. Okay, I will eyeball it. It doesn't matter that much. Here we go. This is kind of sort of symmetrical. Now this part, I won't be very anal about it because because we can just copy stuff and mirror it. But so we have general idea what needs to be done here. This is the bustier part, and this is something that is probably better if it's like this. And I think it's like lower bottom part of this, and this is the thing that is in the middle. Okay, so we have this few. This still works, by the way. We have these few things that we have to do a very simple quad thing. The general thing that we have to think about, let me do the blue pencil thing, is that if you've seen retopologized cloth or any topology, is that generally we want to have edge loops here, something like this. Then this is supposed to be somewhat in quads. Here we also want a loop, something through the middle. And basically this goes something like this. Yeah. So just have something that follows the curves on the sides, and we can have like some stars and stuff in the middle area, and try to have it as greedy as possible. Greedy being on a grid. Okay, let me remove my beautiful drawing. If I can find it, view annotations. Okay. So let's go. This won't be the most how do you say it, exciting part. I will start with this. I will add a mirror modifier. So set origin to 3D cursor. Okay. So we have the midline. Turn on clipping. By the way, we won't be doing this like super small polygons here because we can always add a subdivision modifier. Let me turn this in edit mode. Okay. Let me turn on snaps to vertices. And just start this very, very rough. As always, start with very big polygons, then we can refine this. One thing that will be important in doing this process is that we want our mesh welded, so it's in one part. So when we sculpt on it later, it won't lead to stuff like we move one part and the other part doesn't move, then there is a gap. But for these two weld parts that are connected to each other, so let me put this. Oh, this is. Let me put this. So basically, new annotation. For example, on this part, if there is vertices 1, 2, 3, and so on, the number of vertices on the both parts has to agree. Otherwise, it won't weld properly. Yeah, and we will have some loose vertices and we will cry. So that's the important part. So let's say if there is 7 edges on this side, then there has to be 7 edges on this side. So this connects. Okay, let me flatten this back. And go with the quads. Okay, so we know that in first iteration it's something like this. But now we want the thing to go here, so we will do something like this. I will clean this up later, and yeah, something like this. I just use knife. You can use whatever polygon modeling tools you like. This is not right. Here, and this. Okay, this goes like this, and now this needs adding this. Okay, I know this looks very, very rough now, but no worries whatsoever. There are plenty ways to clean this very, very easy. One trick that I like to use is if we go to sculpt mode, turn on symmetry, just the normal smooth brush, can work quite nicely on this, but it kills the borders. That's the problem, yeah. But in the masking, we can mask mesh boundary, and this will just try to relax everything that is inside. So now we want even quads, so we make this a little bit more even. So add stuff like here, here. So this has a chance, yeah. Please give it a chance. Now this will probably go here. This will go here. This will go here. We just want even quads. We are blocking this out. And this part is kind of not nice. I know it's not the most exciting job in the world, but what do you want usually is to have like one clean stuff on the mid, like clean loop. So for this we just go with the knife again. This will be fine. And now this should go like this. Okay, now let's try to make it a little bit more even. It's not like rocket science. This is kind of even. Go with our sculpt brush. Okay. Okay, so this is like very, very low poly version of our thing. Let's see for the test how this deform. Normally we don't test it like 2000 times, but I want to show how the process work. Let me re-add the surface deform, bind this, and shape key go brr. So now you can see that the whole thing is a very low poly, but is fitting the shape. We will probably add like one subdivision. If we add something like one subdivision to this, let's go back. Fine. Generate subdivision surface, unbind, Catmull Clark. One thing with subdivision is that the default setting for Blender is that it smooths out the corners. It's different than, for example, how Maya does it. It can be annoying sometimes because you get this. But in the boundary smoothing, you can set keep corners, and this will be kept. Okay. So let's see how this looks on one more subdivision. All right. It kind of starts to look like look like the original fabric. I don't want to add too many subdivisions because this will be annoying to weld afterwards. But just yes, it is. It's even in 2.8 or something. It's been there since a while, so don't worry. But if we go crazy with sub-D, do like 3, bind, loop. See, this looks... Let me see, this is the one that This is the one that we are not using, so we can use this as... stop snapping, Blender. Don't be mean to me. Yes, let me show this and... just a second, because I'm... Okay, so this is to dress MD. Oops. Okay. Yes, MD UV mesh. If we turn off wireframe, let's shade this smooth. Just give me a second, my mouse doesn't like me. Yes, quadrimesher is good, but it tends to put seams in and spirals in not that clean. Just give me a second because I need to... my mouse doesn't like me. Okay. We can see that at like subdivision 3, it's basically the same thing, just with clean topology. Yeah, the spirals from remesher, even if you do all the stuff like keep the UVs and so on, sometimes you just want a loop and that loop doesn't want to appear. Yes, yes. Basically, all these parts will need to have the same amount of vertices on the seams. Yes, and they have to be kinda sorta close so we can weld them without too much of a pain. I did very painful welds with this, to be fair. Okay, so we have one part done. Let's go back. How much time? Okay. Okay, let's go back. Let's hide the demonstration one. Yes, that's why I was talking about this amounts of loops, because this has to connect. To be fair, if you don't need a welded model, if you are fine sculpting on model that is in parts, then you can ignore this part with same amount of loops. Sometimes I do this, but this depends on type of thing I'm working on. Okay, let's go back to our plane. Let's go back to our plane. Turn off the surface deform, unbind, hide this subdivision. Now we should check where in the pattern actually is the part that disconnects, to be fair, because it's kind of not obvious to me at this point. So basically this connects to these things. These things are the backside. So like lower on the top, higher on the bottom. Okay, it's this. Okay. What I like to do to be sure that it's the same is I will just... we can polish this a bit more, but I don't want to spend like 3 hours here. Okay. I will... okay, this goes like this. So I will kinda sorta fit this. Snaps. Okay, so it goes something like this, like this, like this. If they are kind of even, then it's doable basically. And this will probably need to go like this. This shape is basically a glorified rectangle, so it will be just a grid. So basically what we can do is just move this around. Then add like something like this. Would be fine. If the size has just to be kind of even. Like this. By the way, this wasn't like mirrored properly, but now we can cheat when we have a symmetrical pattern already made. And just select active. Just do this. Yeah. By the way, it seems that our pattern isn't like ideally symmetrical, but that's not a problem. Okay. Yeah, I cheated a bit, and now this is fine. Now let's see. This will be kind of alright. And I assume that these parts, they connect to this thing that was for like a zipper or something. That we can guess that it's this. So actually, let me on the wrong side. We will do this like this. We can always do this in parts, by the way. We don't have to do like whole thing in one mesh when we are doing this, because sometimes like the symmetry is different. Some parts are not symmetrical, so we can just make a copy of this for now. And here we go. And just put it something like this. Hello, lovely Cyberpunk. I remember you from Cher's stream. She was doing much more exciting things than me, but it's useful to be able to do this, to be fair. Okay. Delete this. Hey, I want some popcorn too, but it would... Oh, I'm sleeping on my own stream, according to my VTuber. Damn. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. The mesh is important. Oh, I waked up. Okay, so we have this. Normally I don't... yes, I'm very relaxed on substances that I'm not allowed to talk on Twitch about. Okay. Now there will be the booby part, the kinda, yeah, yes, Matthew. Let me bind, because one thing that I have to science out is the booby part, well, the bra on the dress. Okay. Okay, let's go. And this is... Wait, why does this not follow? Plane. Ah, it's hidden, okay. Okay, let's go to the SMD, and boom. Yes, I put, then I re-added the modifier, then I didn't show it back. Okay. Let me, to make it easier to see, I will just make a quick copy with visual geometry to mesh and see how many of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Oh, this is an n-gon. I will have to fix this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will, because I have goldfish memory, 8 verts at boom. Okay. Let's see how close this is. It's kind of far to be fair, but we can work with this. Here it will be probably fine. Okay. Actually, what we can do with this, unless Blender will be very mean, is if we turn it like this. Yes, I think so. Yes, I think so. If we put the on cage, we should be able to, but oh no, the cage is sadly not allowing us to. But if you do it like this, like move this little bit up, then yeah, but it's kind of touchy, as you can see. Oh, not in Blender, sadly. Okay, let me do something stupid, because I rarely do it like this. No, the surface deform sadly updates only. Let me see, I didn't fuck up anything. Okay, once again. This needs to go down, yeah? So let me GG this a bit down. Now let me go back and forth. No, sadly no. Sadly no. But when we will be welding this later, we will just do merge at center and it will be fine. So don't worry. As long as it's not like very out there, it's not a problem to merge this. Okay, let me fix some small thing. Hide the surface deform. Don't bind. Actually, you can do this in MD, and MD has the option where you edit 2D and 3D at the same time, but it's very buggy and you can't like relax stuff out. And Mephi kinda that leads to a dress that has not a very prominent silhouette. That's my opinion, but you know, it's a very skinny dress that way. Okay, let's continue with the boobies. I will go faster now because I'm talking over the process, and yes, that will lead to the famous 1-point dress, not to be confused with 1.0 dress. Okay. I hope that this is... I have made this some time ago, so I need to make myself sure. Okay, this is the lower part. Fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. This kind of needs to go around because there's 8 vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoop. 7. I'm only interested in the border. Yes, but you need faces, so this is 7. Okay, kinda sorta like this. This will probably be... No. This will probably be a bit more. It's a bit of dicking around as with everything in 3D. Now the top part, something like this. And now this will link This will go like this, and yes, something like this. This should be relatively even. Let me go to the sculpt mode. Okay. Now I will fix the asymmetry here. Hope for the best. Okay, this goes like this, and it needs to be rotated a bit, I assume. Unless it's put upside down. How is this on the other part? Here. It's on the left also. How is this? We can always use like the mirror stuff here. This should look kinda sorta right. Okay. There is no nipples on stream. I hidden the avatar to prevent prevent us from accidents. I'm mirroring only the topology. The dress underneath is asymmetrical. I'm just mirroring it so I can do both parts at the same time. By the way, I'm making weird stuff basically when I'm zooming in real life to the screen. Okay, so yeah, because stuff is asymmetrical, but topology will be symmetrical. So like it's no problem with rigging and stuff. Okay, this will be. We are getting close to the. Normally, by the way, it's way faster. I'm just taking my time talking about stuff. This is also kind of off. Okay. If I made the patterns in MD like if I made patterns in MD very symmetrical in like layout and stuff, it wouldn't be a problem, to be fair. Okay. So it has to be somewhere in between, like this. Because I was, to be fair, quite sloppy making this in the process, and that doesn't help us now. Okay, I will leave this for now because I need to see this part. Okay, this is the bum. Okay, so the amount of vertices here needs to be vertices. Amount of edges here needs to be this plus this plus this, right? So let me see at this. Let me see at this part. This was 4, so it needs to be 8 edges. 8 edges plus plus the 2 small ones. Okay. So basically something like 6-0, like this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and make this kind of even. Okay. And the parts here are like, I will do this first. This is also basically a easy shape because it's flat. Depends. Weld. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this should be. Yeah. Turn off this. GX. Some stuff is kind of off in this pattern. Okay. So here. Boom, boom. Here we go. There was 5 here, so 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let me connect this back. bind, see how this works. Okay. Okay, so we don't need this. So we won't need this because this will fit here. This will fit here. This is... We will probably need one more loop here. We will need to add something like... maybe not in edit mode. We will need to add something. Here we go. We will need to add something like this here, but this will be in a second. Okay. Anyway, this will be like 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. Okay. It's just me doing the math. Math is boring, I know. Okay. Combined. No, I don't want to draw on surface. I just use this as like a paintbrush. As a paintbrush. So, okay. Where is my thing? Here. Okay. This and dress and D goes. Bruh. Okay. 4. Okay, 4. Let me copy. Okay. Here. Okay, I swear I know how to model stuff. This very complicated technique to make a plane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom. 4, 5. Let me move this. Oh, so this one. Yes, yes, you can. You're absolutely right. I am just active elements. I am just not that good at Blender sometimes. Okay. 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 We have whole outfit now, so we can apply this mirror. Then before we do anything, let us make UVs. With just the planar projection. Project from view. Okay, we have some UVs. And let's see the last time how the thing looks in well, it would help if I selected the right thing. Here we go. Yes, here we go. Yeah, this is kinda rough, but this looks like something that will connect. Okay, this. Okay, we fucked up in one spot. This goes to this, and here we have 2. Okay. And here it works fine, here it will be fine. Here we will need one more, okay. and it breaks. Okay, like this. This is not needed really, but I will... doesn't it duplicate anything you select? Shift D? Yes, it does. I will just do something like this here. This is not like 100% needed, but okay. All right. Let me apply subdivision. Just wait a second, please. Is my stream still all right? It is. Okay. It was my... Okay. Apply one subdivision to this. Be sure that it's unwrapped. Join. Yeah, oh, okay. I probably wasn't saying anything important other than that I tried to fit it a bit more with the smooth brush, with the grab brush, and it fits the thing a bit better. Let me join this. Now let's try to bind. SMD flat. Okay. Alright, this is sub D1. Now it depends on how much we like pain. We can either weld this now and then subdivide and shrink wrap again, or we can do this one more subdivision, then weld this. Okay, I don't remember how long I made the stream, but if you want to see pain, I can weld this with one subdivision less. So. Well, one subdivision more, but I will probably do it for the sake of time, so you don't see me going vert by vert that much. I will do this on the current state of the mesh. On the current state of the mesh, which is basically make a backup always, okay? Let's call this unwelded LP, because we can say this is LP for our needs. Then welded LP. Apply visual geometry to the mesh. And now, if you weren't too sloppy, it won't be bad to weld this, by the way. One trick that is nice is, instead of selecting stuff here where it can be overlapping and such, we can just go here to the 2D window, select this one side, then I think this is the other side, yeah. And now we can merge by distance. Give me a second, because I have camera. We can set pretty high, like this, welded. Now we can select this part, and this will be probably this, and merge by distance. Now let's see which parts next. This won't be needed. We can always like do the manual adjustments here, to be fair. I will leave this before I duck myself up. Here we have these UV islands that we will... let's see. Okay, this goes to this, probably. Yes. That's gotta be like pink when you weld. Don't put it on a giant number and lose like random vertices and stuff. So now we will go this, then this. Some people actually just select whole border and weld this, but I like to take like 3 minutes more to see what is welded, because I have PTSD from some happenings, some things that happened when I was sloppy with this. Okay, let's say this and this. This should. Okay, this need to be careful, as you can see. And did we miscount? See, okay, that is good, because it seems I miscounted at some point. Merge at center, merge at center, merge at center. No, I didn't. Okay, it's okay. Merge by distance. Oh, what did happen here? I will go few verts. Merge by center to see. Ah, okay. What can happen here is that because the thing was flat, it's pretty easy to make stuff like this. Yeah, when mirroring, because when it surface deforms from flat to the 3D, it goes in basically random direction. Yeah, so you have to flip this. So sometimes it can happen, yeah, but it's more obvious on the 3D pattern than on the flat one. Okay, yeah, slap and flip. Okay, let us manage this. This was I was kind of sloppy, it seems, making. Let's see if this didn't. Oh, this did a bad thing here. Okay, so something like this. We need to be careful. This, okay. Merge at center. Okay, and this. Okay, I will do this one by one, because it doesn't take much time and I want to be sure. That's why you do it on like low poly mesh, so so it works nicely. Okay, let's see how this works from both sides. Because sometimes we can miscount. And it's a lot of crying if that happens. See? Perfectly. Okay. This I can surely do automatically. It's just relaxing, to be fair. If you put a movie to watch or something in the background, or YouTube video or a podcast, it's alright. 3D is mostly 75% of the time some manual work involved. Like this, I don't think this will be too good, like this, so I will just do at last here, and this thing. Oh. Yes, okay, this. Okay. This goes like this, This I can be. This I can be like this, by distance. Here we up. Okay. This. Which black magic do you mean, D? I can explain the black magic, but I know what magic it has to be. Need to know what magic it is. Okay. Maybe... Ah, this part is this. Okay. Okay. See if some stuff is by distance. Beware of triangles that can happen. Okay. This is not needed. Dissolve edges. Okay. And we are align all. Okay. It wasn't aligning. I basically just selected two sides and merged them by distance set, so it merges them well. Okay, this is getting close to being done. I will do the low hanging fruit first, which is this and this, and merge by distance. But oh, maybe. Oh no. Don't click unselected by accident, because it will merge everything but not the things that you want merged, which might be... you might not like the result. Okay, this is merged. And now two sides here. So like this, and where are you? Here. Merge by distance. This looks clean. So now only parts that are left is to connect the skirt to the here. I don't trust myself on this. I don't trust myself on this. Let's merge that center. It's not always that bad, by the way. I was really sloppy with this, as you can see. Okay, this goes this way. Here we have to... Okay, this is kinda bad. Okay. This we probably won't need, so we can get rid of this. Now only these two. This goes like this. This goes like this. This goes like this. And this we eat. And the mesh is kinda sorta welded. If you want to be fancy with this, because we have this problem here, I would just do the thing that I did for the for this part, and we come here. Oh, thank you for the follow, loyalty. Nice that you are watching me wrestling with this thing that I picked at random, to be fair, before the stream, which outfit I will be using as a demo. This is bad, to be fair. I will do it like this, just like this, and this is 2 and 1. This is the situation that we want to avoid, basically, because the only solution to solve 2 to 1 is by adding a triangle, because later in a game mesh we would just do this and call it this a day. But if we want to sub this will pinch if it will give you the cut butt effect if you put this here. But let me quickly find a way. Because if we do this, yeah, this will be kind of very low poly, But if we do this, which is the popular way of doing this, which changes 2 to 4, like this, we have to add something here, which is not the end of the world. We can probably do this. Now we can merge this. Let me see if I didn't screw anything up. And now we can actually make this bit more even. If we weld this and this, it will be kind of... What happened here? Wait, I need this. Okay, let's leave it like this. It will work fine. Okay, this is actually low poly that you can put in game, by the way. This is low poly that you can put in game, but we can make it a bit better. Let's start with making a high poly, okay? And yes, the joy of live streaming is always that so there is some stuff that you would undo if you were doing it not live. You would just undo and redo. But okay, this kind of starts to even just sub D of the thing that the thing of this kind of shades like the proper thing, other than this mess, which is because it's not welded. You can see the shading error. You can generally look at this and look for shading errors. If there is something really sus, this will mean that that we probably have something not welded or something. But now we can do generate and deform, shrink wrap, and shrink wrap to dress MD. You can see that after one sub D, we get something. If we go to, yeah, this is kind of rough now because the thing is low poly and all these creases and stuff. So let's try to do like one subdiv, one shrink wrap, then another subdiv, and then shrink wrap again. Yeah. Yeah, I need to reproject this bit better. Just give me a second. Because yeah, this is kinda rough for now because of how this thing is. Target normal project probably will be a little bit better. Okay. Target normal project. Okay. Okay. Let me add one more subdivision and fix this by hand. Okay. Apply visual geometry to mesh. Okay. Oh, some stuff happened here, by the way. Wait, I'm doing the wrong mesh. That you know that would help if I actually edited this one. Would help for sure. Let me test this a little bit. No, this still breaks. No, what? Normally I would reproject this in ZBrush, to be fair. And if I reproject stuff in ZBrush, it kind of fixes this, but we have to, yeah, I just don't want to lose detail. Yes, because if we let me go back. Let me go back. If we have this, yeah, I probably want to get back from making this bigger, by the way, because sometimes it. Give me a second, please. Okay, this is fitting now. Okay, this is fitting. Okay, this is. I just need undo enough. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, if we just deform and that's why I like to do it on higher poly, by the way. If we add smooth, as Cher said, shrink wrap to the SMD, then smooth. Yeah, this looks fine, but it doesn't have the detail. Okay, now let's not solidify. Let's subdivision surface this. Yeah, this with like a bit of smoothing will work fine if we. Okay, okay. 1, 2, 3. This will be too much because this goes too far. But this we can smooth a lot. All right, yeah. There is the different way to do this, but now we have. Oh, okay. Blender, please don't crash on so many subdivisions. Okay. Let us compare the mesh. SMD. It will be a little bit soft probably, but let's name this welded HP. You always use a little bit of detail, but I try to avoid this as much as I can. Okay, welded HP. Apply visual geometry to the mesh. Which one? This? Here, this. Okay. The one that I made before, this one, this is kind of really, I want it to be very fancy, but this is kind of really matter of, okay, copy this, apply visual geometry to the mesh. Normally you don't go that much with the detail in MD. I was just fuckhead about it. Grabbing a brush and just going through this. Wait, first, before I'm going with the brush, the final thing that was going to be in tutorial, go to the multi-res modifier, rebuild subdivisions, and this way you have low poly and high poly together. Yeah, that was the main part. Okay. So now, maybe turn off this wireframe. Now it's really the matter of just going with the brush. Oh god, this is so strong. I always forget. This is smooth brush. Yeah. A little bit of strength. And just going over these bad ones. What's going? Just let me. Oh, no. By the way, if you are sculpting in ZBrush and you have problem with like rotating and stuff, this is a king emulate 3D button mouse, because with a pen you can just hold Alt to do this, Control Alt to do this, and Alt Shift to do this. Without this, I can't sculpt anything in ZBrush because I don't like using buttons. Okay. I remember I didn't use this part finally even because it was kind of junk in MD even. Just let go with the brush. These parts that were too far away. Yeah, this is, yeah, this is not. We make this smaller. Yeah. And this is, to be fair, perfectly fine as part of the sculpt, as part of the sculpt. This is fine. I can just blur out some stuff. You can do whatever you want with this now. And this high poly is welded in one part. If you put multi-res at 0, you get base for your game res. Share, can you hit the Squeaky Town Man 5? Thank you. Okay, now a few things about making this game ready, because this will work in game actually, and is very, very low poly. You don't always want something to be this really, really low poly. By the way, just in case, as an like demo, let me show this very low poly thing, yeah. Let me do a quick rotation, cardinal, very quick UV packing for this. 001. Okay. Let me do a quick export OBJ. This LP. And now this HP. Ah, no worries whatsoever, Shark. You were like super quick. Don't worry. I also have like always issues finding this. Let us see how this bakes, by the way. As this LP. Import model tutorial. I will use Marmoset because it's a quick baker. Setting up Marmoset isn't complicated. Test. Okay. Make X normal, and AO is fine. LP. Wait. This HP. Bake. Oh, this I need to probably make the cage bigger. Yeah, a bit bigger. Yeah, this fold bakes totally fine, especially after you like actually work on this and all these parts in your sculpting, because this is, I don't remember if I even used this in like final stuff. I think I just smoothed this out. I don't remember how final outfit looks like. As you can see, this bakes like fine. Of course, from some angles it will be a bit weird because it's very, very, very low poly. As you can see, if we turn on the wireframe, yeah, this is this is a bit rough. And this is a bit rough, but the thing that you do really with the, let's name this HP, with the LP, is you go, let's say to this level. This might be a bit too much for a game. This might be a bit too much for a game. This is okay for a game. This is a bit too much for a game. But what you do, let's name this LP, is basically, what are problems with low poly like this? The silhouette is kind of jagged because we don't have many polygons here. But these polygons don't do much up here. It's the same with like the boobies here, might be also a bit polygonal. This would be probably fine. But if we have stuff where geometry isn't where it should be, where this stuff gets baked, the stuff might be a bit weird, right? In the game. Not always this would probably look fine, but this is the moment where let me put this on 0, okay. HPLP. What would you do for a game model now? Is look at your thing. Look where there are these big faults, and of course, and do bit of manual stuff like add a shrink wrap to HP, turn off snapping, and you can just finagle this a bit by hand by adding some cuts so that it follows the thing a bit better. See? This should be fine. Now we can. This is okay for a game mesh because this gets baked. So we don't have to worry if shading is a bit weird with this. That is the secret for the game stuff, basically. That this LP can be actually like this. Yeah, and just make like this. You can make this stuff. So you can see it fills the silhouette no better, and it shades. Yeah, it doesn't shade that good, right? If you look at this without the normal map applied. But let me actually export. Let me actually export this again. Oh yeah, okay. Let's rebake this. Preview. And you can see this shades beautifully with normal map applied because normal map accounts for like all these triangles that came here. And you can see we got this nice silhouette with this big wrinkle. Yeah, that looks nice now. And the wireframe is very sassy. Yes, of course it is, but it's fine. Generally, you can do as many of these as you want to adjust this to like being super good or whatever. But this is like the optional step. This is the step for the game process. If you have some time, yeah. Because realistically, I would spend like an hour going through these big faults and seeing what I can do, yeah. Because like here, you can go here. Just avoid the areas that are deforming and have this structure of the horizontal and vertical stuff. Or you can do stuff on this like this is bit too big edges for you, so you can just do this and just snap this. This way you can get like way smoother silhouette without putting stuff everywhere. Because if you go and start adding stuff, yeah, this is everywhere. This goes to the whole mesh, and it's not needed for anything. But if you are making something and don't care much about, it being very high poly, you can just go with something like this. Though this this needs to be welded, by the way. Before, okay, you haven't seen it. This is like a lot, to be fair. Let me see. Where is scene statistics? To be fair, this is like 8K triangles. You could put this in game, no problem. Yeah, it's you could just put it in game. To be fair, what you would do typically for this is at least. Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, if you select in the key map the emulate 3-button mouse, you can't select an edge loop holding Alt. I switch back and forth because of sculpting, and then I forget, and it doesn't bring joy. Yeah, you just go maybe like select some loops because this is kinda too much. This is kinda too much. Yeah, you can optimize this if you want from this side, or you can optimize it by making cuts. But for example, this also will bake totally fine. It's 8K triangles. UVs are good. This LP. Let me bake. Yeah, this would be. This has all the details you need, to be fair. Still, I would just smooth some shit out, yeah, but this bakes pretty fine. To be fair, I look at this at perspective of basically white painting, because remember, this stuff will get white painted, and the less vertices there is, the easier is to control this, right? By the way, tutorial, I think I should summarize because I've been doing this for a long time now. So, okay, I'm pretty sure my I'm pretty sure my VTuber did something weird. Okay, so this was actually a very complicated model to do this in. I should do this on like screenshot or something that is like 3 parts, to be fair. But you could see like the worst case for this. So one is mesh from ND. Okay, mesh from ND that we is mesh from ND that we create UV mesh. We create UV mesh, which is this thing. Then we just retopo flat, and we just retopo flat. Then we use the surface deform modifier to get us the mesh in 3D form. 5 is weld and cleanup. If you want to have very quick like paneling for the outfit, actually let me grab one of these. Okay, I need to do seams from islands again. Seams from islands, and make the borders sharp. Select similar seam, mark sharp. Okay, mark sharp, and okay, I just hope that this will keep the sharp edges. If not, I will have to apply. Edit, generate edge split. Okay. On the sharp edges. And now, if we add solidify. Oh, here we go. Okay, so if you want quick paneling like this, that doesn't require like painting on texture or anything, on this unwelded high poly, you can just, or even if it's welded, you can just have it split in parts and add a solidify modifier. And it will have like these lines. So that's one way to get this without too much work. This has been cut into with parts, so it's maybe not perfect, but a lot of times this is like nice, clean, quick effect. And if you want this to be even more cleaner, you can get the 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, let's say. Let's over-exaggerate this a bit. We can... Where it is? Hide the edge split. Wait a second. The UI, okay. We can again select this select similar seam, okay, and go to the edges bevel weight, make them 1. It should be 1 on this, and then to this solidify, we can add a bevel modifier. Limit by weight. And now we can have this like adjustable. Let's add like 2 segments. And we can make them. And we can have this like very, very sharp ones. Way sharper than like this. This is a nice way to do it, like without having to apply any modifier. I do it sometimes on this high poly. So we can actually export this as high. Export this as high, and if we rebake this, we can see that this bakes pretty nicely. If you don't want to do it on texture, you get this paneling lines. You can control them by the seams basically. So last thing, if you don't like the whole thing where seam is here, we can clear this and clear the sharp and this bevel thing. Clear the sharp. This is just like random stuff that I have in my mind now, so see, this will be clean now. That's also why I sometimes work with unwelded meshes, because I can do this HP, and let me rebake. Something is not quite right, I feel. Maybe. Oh, I exported high poly as low poly. Don't do this. This doesn't help. It's very bad. Wait a second. HP001. Okay. Copyright free lo-fi tutorial music from Twitch audio library. I think there is some like Twitch one and YouTube one that is like loyalty free. I should put some music, by the way, because okay, last thing, maybe this will bake because this oh, here we go. Yeah, this is clean now. If I have stuff like this, yeah, let me find one that is something that has a simple UV. Yeah, I will export this as an example. For this type of part, it's very worth it because thin and weld. Let me import this quickly. Tutorial. Because this type of shape, you just go UV mesh, it's a square, right? You create a plane, snap the plane to the vertex, and this you can do really fast. And go like this. Subdiv, keep corners. Surface deform. This should be fine. Okay. Yes, that is a rectangle. You can do this for like way more detailed frills, but generally what you get from this is clean in like 1 minute. If you need low poly from this, just unsubdiv this like once or twice. This is maybe too much. Just unsubdiv this. And this is like this is good for animation, this is good for sculpting, yeah. And low poly and high poly that are next to each other. Okay, if you have something like this, yeah, then this is also very easy to retopo because you basically just slap a circle in slap a circle in Blender and you get something that animates. Because I can also, like as a really last example, show you. And after this I will be gone because I've been talking way too long, to be fair. Okay, I hope this isn't welded. Okay, this is like let me just do quick thing on this. Cursor to selected, create a circle. Let me kinda sorta fit this. Extrude scale. Make it so it kinda fits. Let's something like this. Okay. These shapes are very nice to do this way. And this is still a bit too low, as you can see. It's kind of squarish. Oh, the skirts did a lot of geometry, to be fair. For something like this. Fine, let's see. I will do it like this, and then this is just quick stuff. And here we go. we have skirt that is perfectly quadded. This will twist and bend just fine without any weird stuff. And we can also use the decimate thing to make it like less high poly. This I would put in game, no problem. It would animate very nicely.